Wingwalkers aerobatic team is Strikemaster! Arriving at over 400 miles per hour, turning our famous red, white and blue. The red one eases up and takes some rounds to right, which indicates to me he's starting the show rolling. Red one gives the span. You'll see red 6 and 7 collapsing behind red 1, followed by red 8 and 9 to form our world famous Diamond 9. The team is led by red 1's second year as the team leader, squad leader John Bond. John Bond used to be a Typhoon pilot. He's also a qualified flying instructor on the Tucano, where he was the Tucano display pilot in 2012. From the right, in our Diamond 9, once again, it's the Red Arrow. On the right-hand side of red 1 is red 2, Flight Attendant Rob Thomas, where within his first year of the team. Uniquely, he was taken from training and made straight to an instructor on the Hawk T-Mark 1 at RAF Valley, before then completing his own training and joining the Typhoon Force, where he served on 3 squadrons on operations over Iraq and Syria, before then becoming an instructor on 29 squadrons, all based at RAF Typhoon in Lincolnshire. You now see red 8 and 9 move left and right, with that fence stem moves forward to form one of the widest shapes that we fly. In from the left hand side, the smoke comes on in this one. You hear those commands from red, they're almost robotic and monotone in his delivery, and that's because we fly our formation by ear rather than by eye. That means the pilots on the outside of the formation are putting their inputs in just a little bit earlier than those on the inside to ensure the whole formation moves as one. Red 8 and 9 now collapse on the inside behind red 2 and 3 to form a shape of the most iconic aviation aircraft in history. This is Concorde. On the left-hand side, that fence stem is red 3. Flight attendant Andrew McEwen from Maka. Maka in his first year on the team. Uniquely, he flew in the Aviation Harrier variant while on stage with the United States Marine Corps, before then coming back and flying the latest RAF aircraft, the F-35B, with 6 on 7, the Dambusters RAF Marlin. And Maka would like to give a shout out to his friend's daughter, Hazel, who's here today. Now see red 2 and 3 move off that rear section form a delta wing shape. 2025 is the 20th anniversary of the Air Force Typhoon team, and in celebration to that 20 years of the display team, in from the right, this is Typhoon. Back of that formation, all on the right hand side is red 4, currently the Crystal Can, working extremely hard. He's having to look through the entire formation, look at red 1, because all our formation references are taken from red 1 and not necessarily the person who's on the inside. Chris McCann is on his domain. However, these days we have a unique capability in both space and cyber. And with a nod to that capability, coming in from the front left, the smoke comes on, they bend round to our right, is Apollo. Nine, 11 pilots in the red hours, of course, got red 129 displaying for each day. Myself, red 10. Fourth and final year on the team, former Tornado GR4 pilot, former qualified flying instructor on the Hawk T-Mark 2. And of course we are commanded by Wing Commander Adam Collins, O2 Rafa, former Tornado pilot, and he flew the F-111 while on exchange with the Royal Australian Air Force. Coming in from the left, red 6 and 7 in the rear. Get your cameras ready for the colourful big fiction. Maybe not the small door and maybe blade sticking out. That's the air brake. And we fly little straight manoeuvres with this out. It has twofold effects. The first effect is the pilot flies the higher throttle setting, thereby reducing the hotter engine gas temperature, and it makes the smoke colours burn a lot more brightly. Secondly, it disturbs the airflow outside the back of the aeroplane, and it makes the smoke colours, the smoke billow a lot fuller. And therefore, in certain manoeuvres, we use it to enhance those manoeuvres throughout the show.
No, not yet. It's going to get loud. Look at that. It's, oh my god.
There's one, we get the team with it. Team come round, strike race 89 to us. Once again, they'll form our world famous Diamond Hannah, named after squad leader Ray Hannah, one of the first members of the Red Arrows, the only team leader to lead the team for 4 years. He took the team from a 7 to a 9 and performed our world famous Diamond 9. Enid from the left, Hannah from the right for the 5-4 clock. Keep your eye on Enid to our right-hand side. Red 1 makes the call. Red 5 starts to move in behind Red 1 and Red 4 sit on trail. Number 4 roll goes. Number 4 rolls around the smoke in the twister. Dipping in trail on Red 1. In the middle is Red 5. Flag 10 is Dustin Wales. No, I'm Dustin. The former Typhoon pilot with 11 squadrons. Former Typhoon instructor on 29 squadrons. And Captain Blue. Well, red. Oh, there's the blue. Get yourselves ready for the Hannah break. Red 6 and 8 to our left-hand side, Red 7, 9 to our right-hand side. Hannah and the single pair. Pass. Red 6 and 11 now turning hard away from each other, pull up to 16 as they turn the Hannah pass. Keep looking to the right hand side, you're looking for the nose lights of Enid twinkling in the distance. Coming in from the left at over 500 miles per hour is Red 9. The team performs the Goose. Red 9 is Flight 10 Ollie shuffling in his fluency and the team for the tornado time for the qualified flight to Blackpool. Look directly to your front. Again, you're looking for the synchro pair. Red 10 for the the smoke comes on for the world famous synchro hard. And coming in from the top right to the field hard is Red 8, Black 10 Rick Walker. Rick is third and finally in the team. He's flown Harrier, he's flown Typhoon and been a qualified flank with them on the Hawk Team Mark 2. stayed with ours, and one of our own engineers would like to wish a very 12th happy anniversary to Dan and Leah. And also Dan would like to dedicate today's heart to that for the barrel roll, followed by a cross, a second barrel roll, in a manoeuvre simply called the double roll. And 9, roll, go, you've all called my name by Red 9 as they roll around the smoke in the corkscrew. And again, it's a great opportunity to see our famous red, white and blue. Barrel passing in the middle. Start the manoeuvre called the circuit. These aircraft now pulling hard away from each other, pulling up to 60 meters with the barrel was weighing 6 times heavier. Up that 60 to complete the manoeuvre called the circuit. And in command as Red 1 performs a barrel roll in the sky, leaving a snake-like smoke trail in the sky in the serpent. Of course, again, you see our famous red, white and blue. That is capable due to the smoke pod from the belly of the aeroplane. That smoke pod is approximately 5 minutes of white smoke, 1 minute of red smoke, and 1 minute of blue smoke, with each of the smoke colours having their own button on the pilot's control column. And during winter training, both Red 1 and Red 6 come up with smoke plans to ensure we have the right colour smoke at the right time in the display, and we don't run out. Red 2, 3, 4 and 5 now moved up alongside Red 1, working extremely hard, pulling up to 40, looking at 90 degrees along their shoulder line, as the smoke comes on from the right hand side in the tango. As Eni leads to the foot left, look to your left, look to your right. You look at the 9 now, rolling in circles. Red 6 and 9 now working extremely hard. That negative D pushing all the blood to their head. Working hard against the D-fans. Conversely now they turn the negative D back into positive D. All that blood in the head now pushing back down to the feet. Working hard against the D-fans, maintaining their continuous to complete the chainsaw. 2 and 3, roll goes, Red 2 and 3, roll to the outside. Clear goes, Red 4 and 5, roll to the outside. One of the hardest maneuvers for a new pilot, teaching Red and the blue for 8 and 9, roll around the smoke from Red 6. If you're at show centre, you can count the aeroplanes with me. You can see 6, 8 and 9. Behind in the smoke is Red 7 in the Tempest. Look directly to your front, and is joined by Red 8 and 9. Together for the 2025 Royal Air Force Aerobatics team, it's the Red
fully adjustable pilot seat as well. This was certified by the CAA back in 2011, and over 1,000 of these are sold worldwide. And built in response for an enclosed gyro plane. Entry weight is very, very light, 300 kilograms per entry, and a maximum takeoff weight of 500 kilos. So once you have to fuel and a little bit of luggage, you know, you want to be careful about moving your butt in and comfortable to get a lot of kilos to play with. VNE, so that's velocity never exceeded on this, so it's about max speed, about 120 miles per hour. But it normally cruises at around 100 miles an hour. Rate of climb is 3 feet, 1,200 feet per minute, and it can take off in a car park. I mean, it take off the back of the truck, about 10 meters roll. And that actually depends on the weather. If you have a windy day like today, you can practically take off in about 5 meters if you're pointing into the wind. Take off, depending on the weather, temperature between 10 and 70 meters normally. And the landing distance, as I said, it can pretty much land like a helicopter. It can come straight down. It has all the characteristics of a helicopter with that free-flowing rotor blade on top. This one's got a fuel capacity about 75 litres, but I was talking to the pilot and said you can put stuff on top of the tank as well if you want to. But that standard 75 litres gives you 4 hours of fuel. So if you do 4 hours, you're cruising 100 miles an hour. That's 400 miles. You know, I can go from here down to Blackpool and back. But the score with BBM5 and the M6 that was big yesterday. Next time, I think I'll take the auto gyro. You can hear that rotor blade flapping like a helicopter. And as you're seeing a little bit of crazy flying coming through, pushing the controls left, right, and also using the rudder at the back of the aircraft to make it gyrate like that. The aircraft is actually impossible to control. Because you've got that massive lift from the rotor blade on top, even if you stop and point the aircraft into the wind, it'll just hover there like a helicopter. Auto gyros were invented by Calidus back in 1933, so that's a long, long time ago. That's like over 100 years ago. That's only 20 years after the Wright brothers were flying. So it's a very old form of flying, and also it's a very cheap form of flying. If you into your sort of cross-country, you want to call it, this is only 19 years, this aircraft first flew, 14 years, sorry, after this was the Blackpool Airshow. What was date was that Blackpool Airshow? 1909. Were you here? Oh, 18th to 23rd of October, 1909. And I'll be talking to him a little bit later on because this is our event organizer. Little Nelly, the famous auto driver from Little Nelly. All rotorcraft exhibited ability to handle strong and gusty winds. Stable and easy to fly. Hopefully you will see some hovering in the movement as well. That rotor blade at the top is pulling them up, not the Rotax engine. It's all the energy stored in that rotor blade. The Rotax engine is only about 115 horsepower, so, you know, a lot less than a modern car. And there you go, into the hover. And that's just the wind. You pointed the nose into the wind. It's flowing over the rotor blade at the top, and now he's just pitched the nose down. That will make the aircraft move forward. Then when you see when he turns into the wind, and he gets the wind behind it, now, then he gets the speed right up. He's just using his feet to move it left to right. So Calidus coming in, I think, for his last pass.
Every time you ask, we're not going in.
Yeah, I know that noise. So the harvest was fatal in the Second World War. nearly all Allied fighter pilots were trained on the harbour at some time. In America, they're called 86s or sections. Very capable aircraft to learn on, because if you're a heavy aircraft, it's not fast to continue to go down pilot. There's tail dragging happens very quickly as well, so you don't ground lose the aircraft. It's a very narrow cockpit. I've done time in the back of the harbour, and it's like sitting in a really tight and closed glass hull. Now watch it strays off that height of speed as it comes out of that window. Good control surfaces as well. Once you turn it out, it's running in the right direction. It's an absolute joy to fly. The two is one aircraft, yes, it's 43 nearly 29 miles an hour, has good range though, and you go about 700 miles and what's that be? About 22,000 feet. These are all operating at low level, maybe. You can have full on board and things like that. You want to go slow roll. Good. See the nose. The aircraft picking up. So you go into that. That's what you want to do. On the ground, again, it's got a big long nose to it. As I said, it's tail dragger, so puts the back down. And, it's not uncommon to see the guys using the captains, but really very limited forward visibility when you're capturing the aircraft. Powered by a Pratt & Whitney, all 1340. 930 single row air-cool radial. There's plenty of car, but still engine. So even with 22-litre engine, 600 horsepower. So that was from America, but also Canada. The Royal Air Force will send a lot of the pilots over to Canada where they train up Spearmen and Harvey before they come back up into Spitfire or Hurricane. So let's listen to this Harvard bass called Come Through. The Yak Trio, I had a lot of fun on it. Very stable aircraft. big visibility. See how much bigger the Yak Trio is. It's good looking at the other side. The Yak Trio is a touring aircraft for 4 to 5 people. What's luggage they want to bring. That's the screen on the right hand side. Keep an eye on the screen aircraft, the Yak Trio. He's going to break out with the solo aerobatic routine very shortly. Very nice performance. Again, I can't express it on you enough. It's just response. It is very easy like that. Blowing the monster towards us. That's very good air. Keeping the tight formation like that, with wind just up to 25 knots. That takes a lot of concentration. The tip I used to use was, if I was formatting on an aircraft to my right and my left wing to my right, I'd get a little bit of tape. And I'd wait until I was in exactly the right position, and then I'd put the tape on the window on the right hand side of the pilot's tape to the other aircraft. And I knew whenever that sticky tape was covering the pilot's head, I was in the right position. A bit of a trick there, and then we put something on the line. Worked a treat. Great shot there. Look at that. Beautiful clouds off of the distance. Coming through in the trio. We're going to be coming back on 3 axis. So we have to call the A, B, 3 axis. 3 axis is coming back in at 45 degrees. And we'll carry that roll around. The Yak will have as well. The Yak Trio. One of the particular features. Nearly all of the top aircraft that I saw, especially Russian aircraft, they rotate clockwise. So the Russian aircraft, they counter-clockwise. They go from right to left. So that means you've got to give it a lot of opposite rudder when you're taking off. It's full off to the side. Also, you'll notice the Yak Trio through the wheels. We don't fully retract. Now get ready for the combat break. As I said, it's training aircraft, as the active. Wow. Out on the B axis. Another little idiosyncrasy with this aircraft, when you go into land and you let wheel down, a little stick pops up in the wing, a little black and white stick. So even though you've got your green light to tell you the landing go down, take that fails, you've also got a little stick sticking up on the wing. So now coming back from our left, led by the Yak Trio. Yak Trio, flying nice spread underneath, tucked in. The Yak Trio pushing up. Yeah, this is a little bit of the old side there at the top. Very nice, rolling out. As I said, it is aerobatic, but about 2 minutes is sort of limited to go upside down. With the aircraft, it happens on the promenade used, but it's not all girls that go there. So you don't want to be upside down for too long. Huge control surfaces as well, of course, in the inside of the wing field. And it's got a very good roll rate, the activity. As I said, back to the top, these aircraft are relatively cheap. It's not uncommon for a lot of people who get a group of 2 or 3 people going together, putting about £100,000 each, and that's it, you've got yourself a know you find that hard to believe, it's kind of the top something, but it is. So got you Yak Trio for you in their studios, and also around the airport, and then they sort of elongated a couple of minutes before the nonsense. Just moving along now, from right to left. Another stacked up line of third. Beautiful picture. That's a good flying music. It says wind is forgiving. 52, as I said, aerobatic trainers, students and doctors. And here they step on to the mid-21 to the 29. So we'll see between 78 and 98. And the good news is there. They come again from the right-hand side. Open to the Yak Trio. Still hard to see at the control. And behind him is that yellow, black nose, white nose. You can see that Alex Lawson at the controls, and then bringing up the rear is the three-slot of Turner. Back into the big formation. Smoke back on. And the lights as well on the Aviation. Old team starting reversing back. Other side, we've got a good view of the top side. Smoke is produced by injecting the weather report as well from the pilots. We set up at 500 feet, the wind is gusting up to 28 knots. So that is very, very challenging. If you can get this up at 500 feet. Beautiful underside. Climb out on the top. Still taking the whole of the team with it. So if you want to know more about the aircraft, or even think about joining the society, there's a website, www.catalina.org.uk. This aircraft celebrated its 80th birthday back in 2023. It was built by Canadian Vickers, Quebec, at the Royal Canadian Airport in 1943, so it was a VHS warbird. During World War II, the aircraft hunted any submarine. It patrolled day and night along the coast. I think the file is quite probable. Very nice here. A passenger seat, one piece rear whole brick deck. Excellent for viewing. You can fly along and come in and look at the road. And a rear air chair was installed as well. Look at that. Slopes down. I know the weather's really bad, but it's sort of boosts the Catalina. It just sort of looks like when it's bright sunshine, it's just like it's strange dark. Catalina, she is out over the ground with hunting submarines. No, she's out to snow. And that's what transit like back to Blackpool, going all the way down the western coast of the USA, along the southern states, and back up the eastern seaboard in Canada. And the allows us to tour the aircraft with walking. If you want to know the aircraft working, you can go out over the day. You can see the float is down on the wing. Now, if it was scrolling, we would obviously have them up. UK.
It could probably track this. Not particularly else.
Not only is he getting a warbird, but he's also a record holder. As he comes from his top control, using his feet as the rudder, gets the nose to come up, and he snaps it back around. A little bit of an on-line there. Now you'll keep an eye on the aircraft. Watch when it turns around and it's got the wind behind it. You'll see it starts speeding up. And that's the wind pushing it on. Outside turn, horrible negative G. So instead of positive G, it pushes it down in the plane. That's negative G. And all the fluid in the body starts rocking up on top of your head. 4-point hesitation roll out of that. And back out on the B axis. Now watch as he pitches the aircraft up. Reverse, rolling, snap rolling all the way up to the top. Keeping it inverted upside down. This is when you find that head that we dropped earlier. It's going to pop off in front of you. There it is. All the way going around, upside down. 4-point harness keeping him firmly in his seat. And then flick rolling the aircraft right way up. Now again, comes back into crowd center, pitch the aircraft up. Now watch this. As he gets to the top, he's going to push the aircraft over, and then again a negative G. Pushing it a little bit of a push at the top and snap rolling. Let the aircraft dive down. That's where all that height is now transferred into speed. Shifting up on the top, continuing to the loop. And at the top of the loop, roll the aircraft back into inverted. 2 aileron rolls, and again outside, completing the loop right way up. Oh, picking back up. Now we've got a lot of speed. Watch this. Snap roll, snap roll. Coming down. Speed building up. The aircraft can roll about the way. I'll give you an idea of that looks like. Again, more snap rolls at the top. 3 of them. Big 60. Normally have a buoy, like a big yellow marker out there in the middle of the sea to give them an aiming point, which would show him where crowd center is and where the cover is. But because of the weather and the seascape, it was just impossible to put it out there. Now, here we go. This is the prop hang, and then a wing over, tumbling back down in his own space. 2 complete rotations. Just massive amount of rudder. Over on its back. Now here he goes, up into the vertical again. Roll. Snap roll to the top. Rotation and back down. Back out on the B axis. So you can see how good he is with just a normal. Imagine this one with jet engines on it as well. It gets better. Richard is super fit. He's in the gym a lot, and you've got to build up what's called use tolerance for these sorts of maneuvers, or else you'll end up blacking out very rapidly. So really what you use for the gym, spends a lot of time in the gym. Now here we go. This is one of my favourites. Get the aircraft up into the vertical, comes back on the power, so it's just stop, let the aircraft hang there. Gently tickling that power. Then smoke comes on, pushes the vertical to the butt. And that is a prime example of power management. Very, very, very difficult to do with these windy conditions. The wind is one that's flowing back towards us, and we make that aircraft stand still in the air. back down. Snap rolling, heading up. Reverse, and reverse again. Make your mind up. You want to go right or left, left or right. And again, inverted. Positive C at the top, but then pulling back, translate that negative D, pushing back down into his feet. Incredibly strongly pitched aircraft. With the bi-wing, with the two wings, you see the big front sports aerobatics, American manufacturer. They're like a boxer engine in the fourth, so the pistons are pushing out left and right, so up and down. They're pulling back, negative G again, and then pushing the aircraft back down. Now he's building his speed up. Back into the split roll to the top. I mean, you can feel that wind on your face. I can try to control that little aircraft with that wind blowing you back towards it. Just the right amount of power. Not too much, not too little. And then back out towards the pier. Into the vertical, snap rolling all the way up. Good for on the top, and now watch as he pulls back on the power. That's pretty good job. Now straight to the knife edge at the top, and using steady rudder. Get the aircraft. Straight up. Slip rolling on the way back, reverse. Again, just hanging on the propeller. And just boost the aircraft over into almost a launch of action, bit of a flat spin in it as well. Back out onto the axis. Imagine the amount of G-force he's had to go through so far, and just piling it on. And then hanging the aircraft like that. See how quickly he transitions at the top when it gets into the wind. The wind is grabbing it at the top of those maneuvers, pushing it down to speed out. So that's why he's always flipped it on his back, but the wind is pushing back on the vertical stabilizer as the rudder at the back. So it's fixed landing gear, and like a lot of parts of this aircraft, it makes it a lot cheaper to operate. This aircraft is built with budget in mind, and that is going to stay compared to the cost of normal aircraft, but they're a delight to fly. And they're also tail daggers, so it's very good if you want to do tail daggers like these. High performance flying, very, very difficult position. I'm loving it. So here we go, 1 or 2 breakaways, the other 4 aircraft moving off to the right. So as we saw earlier with the red arrow, we have a section that will come back together in the future. These aircraft now in front of us, doing a synchro loop. And reversing back out on the 45. The version of that we also drive as well. And This was the right code 360. Watch the horse pick up. From crowd center into Starboard. Watch the crew at the back as they come out. They'll split as well. And all pick their class. Private red heading out. Now, this is where smoke comes in handy. Leave the smoke heading back in. From the left, picking the aircraft up. Box formation. Up into the loop. All the way over the top. And then rolling out into some exit crowd center. Now, the forceps moves out to the right. What's coming in from the right hand side? The pair of ravens. They'll come in, line abreast. Pick the aircraft up again. Looks like we're going to get into a loop. Top of that. All the way around the other side. Back out. As I said, these aircraft are relatively cheap to operate and build. If you wanted to build your own, highly recommend. Very, very popular worldwide. So 5 and 6 are coming in at crowd center. Get the cameras ready for spray. Lights are on, smoke is on. And I'm running straight at you. And there you go for the race. That fortress gathers itself together. Flying. The weather change does not make you exercise in the car. Riding is a very, very underestimated sport. In a very good way. I get a lot of that. Coming in from the right hand side. Pulling up there, leading the team. Simon Fisk early. He's number 2 behind him as he follows him down through the well. And Russ Seagull. Final of those 3 aircraft. Strikemaster was built by the British Aircraft Corporation in Warden, Lancashire. Labelled as the CA-207. It's a light brown export version of the jet problem. Workstation was like post-combat aircraft, and as a result we've got a very tough, reliable aircraft. The armoured cockpit, single but very robust Rolls-Royce Viper engine, side to side, more than 3,450 hours. We've got manual flight controls and fly-by-wire announcements for these aircraft. Manual controls mean the aircraft feels quite heavy, flies like these, but still very maneuverable without the risk of damage to vulnerable hydraulic pipework. It's a good trade-off. Many Strikemasters safely returned home despite significant damage during conflict. The aircraft was very, very sturdy. The extra thrust as well allowed the aircraft to carry a variety of armament. 2 guns, 4 500-pound bombs, or 32 Kura rockets or mixed with above. And additionally, the aircraft can also carry up to 4 75-gallon submarine fuel tanks for extended range. Striking out the course all the way back from Oman. There you see the immaculate grey camouflage colour scheme. The winging service with the Royal Air Force of Oman. Aircraft is the youngest of Strikemasters ever to do so. It's built as a one-off back in 1986. Aircraft has only accumulated a little over 2,500 hours in the flight so far, so it's got a long life ahead of it. Each Limited started flight at tier number 1120 with the Royal Saudi Airport. However, the wings on this aircraft had been flying for service in the Royal Air Force Command during the Gulf War. They were fitted to the Saudi aircraft 403. During the service, the wing was damaged and now repaired bullet holes from it, so it's a real war veteran. So the graduate course was split by 3.5 years with the Red Arrows. So these 3 years of work in blood. On the right and the left. Airline pilot captain was part of the A320, one of the UK's largest airlines, and the flight line is also the chief pilot of the Atlantic. Strikemaster in the summer months. 42 years of flying around 18,000 hours of 80 different types of aircraft. As you can see, background in flying displays before doing the water Typhoon. Now, while you're watching these aircraft flying today, you might have thought, wow, wouldn't it be great when we find one of these actually using aircraft. These aircraft are actually going to summer and they're operating jet legends of aero legends based out of the world. So you head down to the website, Aero Legend is starting forward 1, 2. So that is the name of the scope. That's the maneuvers that you see here today. So if you want to know more, the website is called aerolegend.co.uk. Birds are coming back in, into the split, top, craft up, gate barrel, leading the team, has gone straight into the loop, look at the girls hanging on onto the top of the wing. Kirsten Cockjoy is the lead Wingwalker there, she's been walking for 7 years, and Emma Broadhead is following her. Flying the aircraft today, Dave Farrell, he's our lead pilot, 1,000 hours and over 1,400 displays under his belt. Brian Corn is his number 2. Over 13,000 hours, again over 500 hours, 500 displays. So watch now, as the girls come back in, you'll notice something, they're upside down. Because the whole thing, whole harness that we're on, can actually rotate 360 degrees. So that's their legs sticking up in the air. They come back now. Now keep an eye on them, because you'll see them actually flicking round. They're not in the handstand. There you go, see them flicking? How they just rotated around and now they're the right way up. So if you've got binoculars today, now, as I said earlier, keep an eye on the top wing, that's where all the action is. These Boeing steermen, the Indian Air Force, use these steermen at the end of the war. Now once the aircraft pitch down and they come heading towards each other, they picking the red aircraft up, but on top of that, that's the whole negative speed as well. So a lot of the times the girls are experiencing up to 4 or 5 G's pitching straight down on them, especially when those maneuvers are coming out of high speed side. So keep an eye as you head out left and right. And even with the upgraded engine, 460 horsepower, the big edge, the big wing areas of it make it particularly fast. Right, so smoke is on, both coming in on the 3 axis. Left and right, and look at the girls as they lie sideways. On their arms. They foul on the radio, calling out the maneuvers. See if you can listen in. Calls out the maneuvers for the aircraft to come in. Smoke on, helping them identify exactly where they are in the air. The girls punching themselves through the air as they cross over. So, like I said, if you want to do this, you can actually go to the and have a go at Wingwalkers. They don't do the rolls, it's just the Wingwalkers rather than you fly around in a circle. But can you imagine being strapped to the top of that wing? Smoke on. Get ready with the camera. The aircraft is going to go and roll. And rolling. Not for all the tea in China would I do that. So Dave's pulling out the teams and heads off to the left-hand side. Off the speed, they push the nose down and build up their speed. So, now, get the binoculars out. We're coming towards the end of the show, and you'll see ladies starting to move around the top of the wing. And they just will transfer now. You can see them unstrap themselves from the actual top of the wing. And now they're going to move forward, and Kirsty and Emma are going to sit on the front of the wing as they come back in. I'm glad to got binoculars now. This is amazing. So get the cameras ready, ladies and gentlemen. Aero super batting. With Kirsten and Emma sitting on the top wing. Oh, the transfer, sorry, down to the bottom wing. They used to sit on the top wing, now they're on the bottom wing. Waving furiously. Probably something to stop there. Because they now have to get down off the top wing, get into the cockpit of the aircraft. So they will throttle back, steady the aircraft. That's why they're flying straight and level now, so that the girls can get their footing, and they'll come back in. I know that Emma did the classic ballet, and Kirsten also is a circuit, but she's the dancing. So now they do a thing called the second score. That's not a ballet out here. And get the cameras ready. The sun's finally coming out. Let's just get picture. Watch the girls on the top. And the sun starts shining. All is light in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for aerobatics and especially the girls on the wing. Wow, that's going to be hard to pass. So, still to come up, to give you a quick update if you're wondering when the next flying is starting. Wingwalkers. So, the Chipmunks, as I said, it played a big part in my life and many other aerospace projects, and also at university projects. Would still be loved by a lot of pilots. Docile, flight characteristics, a bit of a gentleman's carry. Not the roomiest cockpit in the world, you know, the acting in the direction. It has a 4-cylinder air-cooled inverted two-line piston engine, not aerobatic. You can do a roll in it, but you don't want to be upside down for too long before the fuel runs down the car. Not a good idea. And as you can see again, fixed undercarriage, keep it simple. Good tail dragging experience as well. So if you have not done any tail dragging and you want to go onto the harbour and move onto a swift open canal, I highly recommend you do 5 hours or so in the city first. A lot more to do than the harbour. Power output about 145 volts an hour. The last time they had a life expectancy, so it's really impressive to have this up still be flown today at the airfield. Testament to the aviation heritage of the United Kingdom. There's men and women out there to make sure that we get our market stored away. It's up to you here where we walk past and look at that we're lucky enough to be able to come out on a sunny day and clouds bouncing off it and relive our aviation history. No, it's not a Spitfire, it's not an F-35, but it plays just as important role as those aircraft do. The feed of the aircraft, trained the pilots, and then went on to the fighter pilots. They require just as much respect. Now, you can tell which one has got the original engine in it, because that's the one doing the aerobatics. So John Carroll, that we saw earlier on in the Harvard, he's putting that Chipmunk through its paces, doing full aerobatics. Showing you so here's something kicking off way off in the distance. That will give you an idea how loud it is. That's just taking off at Blackpool Airport. So imagine what it's going to sound like when it comes roaring through here. Happy 10th. definitely having an effect on the seagulls, that's for sure. They're all moving off now. Now watch it support the back in. There's that outside turn. This time to go body weight, push it all. Outside, pulling the aircraft up into the vertical, rolling around. It's going to zoom fine for 10,000 feet. Definitely having an effect on the seagulls. There's that outside turn. This time to go body weight, push it outside, pulling the aircraft up into the vertical, rolling around. What was it? So good. Okay, now we've had the high speed pass. Now aircraft up, and it's considered zoom flying for 10,000 feet. So a huge thanks to all the teams and sponsors for adjusting the schedule and getting these aircraft here for today. Very fine weather and good day. It's not just in the air, but also on the ground. The Battle of Britain Memorial flag has its presence out on the main arena, just underneath the tower. Go along and see them. They have something very special there, apparently. So I'm going to go and have a look at them. But right now we're going to concentrate on these three wonderful aircraft. Hurricane Mark 2C, PZ865, PA474. I'm very aware of the history behind these aircraft, and that's why I don't say much when they're going by, because I just want them to sit back, look at these aircraft, and understand what they represent. Young men, 19, 20, 21, stepping. So as I said, the Spitfire that we've got with us today is a Mark 19, so further reconnaissance version. It had a range of 1,500 miles. Mark 46. EX631 with our extension. Look at that picture. Sun bouncing off the wings. Perfect. As our extension, where it remained until May of 49, and it moved on to 203 Advanced Flying School. This aircraft could make daily ascents up to 30,000 feet to gather meteorological information. The Lancaster coming through, EA474, one of only two flying Lancasters in the world, in the National Canada Field. 474 is built in the Vickers Armstrong Rawson factory in Horton, completed on May of 45. The war in Europe ended a few weeks earlier, so the aircraft was modified for Far East operations. Live from the cockpit. Lancaster rolling out now. Especially fighter aircraft going up to the street. So as I said, this aircraft was fitted out with Tiger Force and first flown in configuration in August of 45. Within combat operations in Far East were also ended for the aircraft being redeployed. Well, we put it to storage for just 3 hours and 10 minutes on the airframe. So it's September 48 of 1962 after the version of TR1 standard. We were conducting aerial survey, mapping work in South Africa with H2 squadron. And we've been cancelled for 10 years. Fortress 4 is now painted on the port side of Lancaster Hill. Flying officer 7 Milton to 27, 35 miles on the floor. So you can hear the instructions from the Lancaster pilot and the fighter pilot clear to the rear. And they'll come up on the side, so you've got a good view of them. Something underneath behind the aircraft. And ladies and gentlemen, for the last time,